God says, the whole bank is talking about you. A massive amount of money has been deposited in your name, and if you delay even for a minute, it will not be released and will be claimed by someone else. There is something urgent in the spirit today. There is something heaven wants you to grasp now, not tomorrow, not later, not someday. There is a divine transaction happening, and God is not using earthly banks or digital wires. He is moving with power in the unseen realm, and you are at the center of it. What has your name on it is not small, not ordinary, not replaceable. This word is not a metaphor to stir your feelings. It is a revelation. God is declaring that heaven's treasury has already released what you have cried out for, wept over, believed for, and even thought was forgotten. Your name is on something that others are already eyeing. Your name is written on a divine deposit that must not be delayed. You cannot let hesitation cause loss. What belongs to you must be claimed now. Comment Amen if you feel this in your spirit right now. The atmosphere around your life is shifting because there has been movement in heaven's courts regarding your inheritance. Not an inheritance of just finances, but of peace, of healing, of breakthrough, of vindication, of clarity, of joy, of family restoration. And yes, provision is part of it too. There is a release of abundance not born from toil but from covenant. What God is saying to you is that this deposit is not just currency, it is kingdom resource. It is assigned to your calling, your journey, your restoration, and your impact. This is why you cannot delay. This is not a casual moment to pass by. This is not just another encouraging word. This is a prophetic alert. The whole bank is talking about you. That means the spiritual system set up by God has sent notice. The angels are speaking your name. The gates of provision have your name etched upon them. Delay is dangerous right now. Delay can cost you what is already yours. Delay gives room for confusion, for interference, for disruption. Do not delay. Do not ignore this divine urgency. If you feel this deeply, like this video. Sometimes, the act of believing looks like one small click that signals to heaven that you are receiving this word. There is someone reading this who has been feeling overlooked, as if every promise has passed them by, as if the windows of heaven were shut. But God says no. That was the waiting season. This is the claiming season. This is not a season to beg. This is a season to open your hands and take what was always meant for you. When the bank says your name is on the deposit, you do not argue. You do not explain why you do not deserve it. You show up and claim it. You show up with your faith, with your expectation, with your readiness to walk in what God has confirmed. You have been faithful in small things. You have stood when everything shook. You have prayed when your voice was dry. You have remained kind when others turned cold. This deposit is not random. It is tied to your obedience. It is tied to promises made long before you were even born, generations before you cried for this blessing. God's eyes have been on your lineage, and He chose this moment to release what was held back for such a time as this. Say 1111 in the comments if you believe this is your appointed hour. This is the kind of blessing that rewrites stories. This is the type of release that silences mockers and lifts the bowed head. This is the moment that causes heaven to rejoice because you dared to believe when nothing made sense. God is pouring out financial blessing, yes, but also divine strategy, unexpected favor, open doors you never knocked on, people being positioned to support what God is birthing through you. This is not about getting rich. This is about being resourced by the kingdom to walk fully into purpose. God's hand is upon this word. His presence is hovering around you even now. There is a warmth in your chest, a stirring in your heart, a heaviness that lifts as this word sinks in. That is not emotion, that is confirmation. That is the Holy Spirit whispering that this is for you. He wants you to stop disqualifying yourself. He wants you to stop reasoning yourself out of what He has spoken. Heaven is talking about you. Angels are moving because of you. The vaults are open in your name. You must rise. And in this rise, you are not alone. You are not walking toward the unknown with fear. You are walking with the God who split seas, who fed thousands, who healed the broken, who raised the dead. This is the same God who numbered your days, who knows the hairs on your head, who saw your tears in secret. He is releasing what will restore you. He is releasing what will protect your household. He is releasing what will silence the enemy's lies over your life. You have a choice to make, and that choice is simple. Will you move, or will you wait? Will you claim, or will you wonder? Will you step forward or stay stuck? Heaven is already moving. The bank of glory has done its part. Now it is your turn. Do not wait until the deposit expires. Do not wait until the enemy finds a way to steal your portion. This is the hour of access, the hour of claim, the hour of inheritance. God is watching you now, not to test you, but to bless you. He is not withholding. He is waiting for you to say yes, to stretch your hand, to show your faith. It does not need to be perfect, it just needs to be real. Even a mustard seed is enough when heaven is already speaking your name. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. He is pointing to a spiritual reality where your name is written, your inheritance is held, and your promise is active. The magnitude of what he is saying is not symbolic, it is real, and it is right now. You cannot afford to treat this lightly, to postpone your response, or to walk away distracted, because the urgency in the spirit is not accidental. This is a divine moment, a now word, a holy alarm ringing loudly to wake up your faith and call you into position. Comment 222 if you trust. This is for you. The enemy has tried to confuse you by making the wait feel like rejection. But God says delay is not denial, and silence is not absence. There has been a preparation, a refining, a divine waiting room where your heart was being shaped, your spirit strengthened, and your faith tested not to break you, but to make you bold enough to carry what is now being released. Heaven does not send weighty treasures to the unready. God has not forgotten. In fact, He has been watching over every detail, guarding what has your name on it, ensuring it comes at the right time. That time is now. The release is now. The movement is now. The deposit is confirmed, and the notification has come to your spirit. It must be received with urgency. God has assigned this moment to shift your entire atmosphere. Not only will your hands receive what is yours, but your mind will be renewed by what God shows you through this season. You will see how intricately He was working even in your lowest places. You will see that the tears were not wasted. The loss was not pointless. The isolation was not a punishment. It was preservation. You were being kept. You were being prepared. You were being made into someone who could steward abundance with humility and authority, not with fear or pride. The heavenly bank is not limited like the systems you know. It does not need approval from governments, signatures from boardrooms, or permission from people. What God releases, no one can reverse. But what He warns about must be taken seriously. He said if you delay even for a minute, what is yours could be taken by someone else. That is not because God favors someone more than you. It is because movement in the kingdom requires action in faith. Delayed obedience is disobedience. When you hesitate on what heaven is prompting, it creates a gap, and in that gap, spiritual warfare intensifies. The enemy cannot steal what is covered, but when you step back in fear, he steps in with confusion. You are being called to step up, not step back. You are being invited into something greater than breakthrough. You are being called into alignment with what was written in your book before you were formed. Psalm 139 says, "Every day was ordained before one of them came to be." That includes this day, this moment, this word. It is not random, it is written, it is purposed. God has your name engraved in his palm. He is watching over his word to perform it. He is watching over you not to punish, but to protect what he has placed inside you. There is a divine stirring taking place. Some of you are feeling it in your chest, like a holy fire igniting again. Others feel tears rising, not of sadness but of recognition. Your spirit knows this is for you. Your soul knows you have waited too long. You are not crazy. You are not making this up. You are not being too emotional. You are waking up. You are rising into what belongs to you. That deposit is not for decoration, it is for distribution. God is about to put resources into your hands that will touch lives, transform families, and establish his kingdom through your obedience. This blessing is not just for survival, it is for assignment. You are not being lifted so you can hide. You are being equipped so you can shine. Matthew 5 says, "You are the light of the world, a city on a hill that cannot be hidden." That means God is positioning you where visibility will come, where impact will be felt, where your story will inspire others to trust him again. You cannot shrink back now. You cannot sit on your gift, your calling, or your purpose. The whole bank is talking about you. That means all of heaven is aware of what is happening in your life. Do not let earth's noise drown out heaven's announcement. This moment is calling you to open your hands and receive without fear. The blessing has already been prepared. The heavens have already moved. The deposit is already yours. The only thing left is your response. Will you step into it with the urgency it demands? Will you align your actions with the faith that brought you this far? You may not feel ready, but God does not wait for feelings. He looks for faith. He moves through surrender. He blesses obedience. There is protection surrounding you right now. There are angels dispatched to war on your behalf. There is favor opening doors you did not knock on. There is clarity coming to every place that has been cloudy. There is healing flowing to places that have been aching for years. There is rest settling in your home where there was chaos. There is peace guarding your heart where anxiety once lived. There is joy rising from the ashes of your grief. You have been chosen, favored, covered, and kept. Nothing the enemy tried has worked. You are still here, and that alone is proof that purpose still speaks your name. The deposit will not sit in limbo. The favor will not stay unclaimed. The miracle will not bypass your house. God says you are next. You are ready. You are enough. All of heaven agrees. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. This current is not natural, it is supernatural. It carries the weight of God's promise, and it is pushing forward everything that belongs to you. You have stepped into a sacred window of time where what was stored, what was spoken, and what was sealed is now being summoned into your life. You are not just about to receive. You are already standing in the middle of fulfillment. The very atmosphere around you has shifted to make room for what is about to be delivered. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what is already moving toward you. The whole bank is still talking about you, because the conversation in heaven has not ceased. It is not a passing word. It is an ongoing order. Your name has not left the lips of angels. Your situation has not been forgotten by the Most High. There are movements in realms you cannot see that are directly tied to your obedience, your resilience, your endurance. You thought no one noticed when you chose to worship in the middle of confusion, but heaven took note. You thought your small acts of faith didn't matter, but they created waves in the spirit. Now the result is manifesting. It is being seen. The release is underway, and you must not grow weary now. This is not a temporary blessing. This is not a quick fix. What God is releasing is something that sets you up for the next decade of your life. It will settle you. It will shift you. It will send you. The kind of provision that is coming will not only cancel debt, but will also open territory. It will not only bless you, but establish you. What is coming is rooted in purpose. It's not about possession, it's about position. You are being placed where the favor can flow freely, where your hands can build freely, where your voice can declare boldly. You have to be prepared for people to not understand. Not everyone can see the level of divine activity taking place around you. But do not explain away what God is doing just because others have not discerned it. When God elevates, He does it suddenly. When God provides, He does it abundantly. When God restores, He leaves nothing broken. You do not need validation from people when the vault of heaven has already confirmed your name. This blessing was not voted on, it was decreed. And when God decrees, nothing can reverse it. The urgency you feel in your spirit is not stress, it is the sound of acceleration. It is the sound of everything catching up to the prayers you whispered in the dark. It is the sound of restoration moving swiftly toward you. The enemy is panicking, not because you are weak, but because you are about to walk into strength he cannot touch. You are about to operate from a level of anointing that breaks cycles. You are about to live with a confidence that cannot be shaken by opinions or fear. The deposit has changed you, not just your circumstances. It has matured your spirit, stretched your endurance, and deepened your roots. The favor of God will now begin to show up in places where you were once rejected. The very doors that closed will swing open without warning. The people who doubted you will see the glory of God shining through your life. But this is not about proving anyone wrong. This is about proving God faithful. This is about glorifying the one who sustained you, not showing off to those who dismissed you. God's purpose is not to feed your pride, it is to expand your witness. The wealth He is releasing is to fund your mission, to support your calling, and to build what will outlast you. Say 555 in the comments if you believe God is building something eternal through you. You were never meant to chase after blessing. Blessing was always meant to follow you. That's why it feels strange when things finally begin to shift, because you're not used to ease, not used to overflow, not used to doors opening without a fight. But God says, get used to it. Not because you earned it, but because grace is resting on you. Favor is resting on you, and you cannot reject it out of guilt or unworthiness. You must walk in it, you must wear it, you must steward it well. Do not let old habits keep you from embracing the new thing. Do not let fear of failure keep you from opening your hands. You are not stepping into this by accident. You are being led by the Spirit, and He never leads into chaos. He leads into peace. You do not have to control everything. You just have to trust the one who does. This deposit has your name on it because God wrote it that way. Before the foundations of the earth, He saw this exact moment. He saw your tears. He saw the closed doors. He saw the inner battles. And he still said yes. That yes is echoing now. It is opening doors of influence. It is setting divine appointments. It is positioning you before people who are sent to bless, invest, support, and uplift you. There are people whose names you do not know, who are about to be used by God to release something vital into your life. Not because you chased them, but because God sent them. He is orchestrating it all. He is making it look easy, but it is strategic. He is putting your name in rooms your feet have not yet entered. The deposit is not just about what you can touch. It is about what is being shifted in the unseen. God is delivering strength for your soul, clarity for your decisions, healing for your emotions, and light for your next step. Every spiritual weapon formed against you is losing its grip. Every lie spoken over your life is being silenced by the truth of God's word. Every attempt of the enemy to delay your release is being overruled by divine authority. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. This is the hour where you will see how powerful your obedience truly was. Not perfect obedience, but faithful obedience. God is not looking for perfection. He's looking for hearts that stay surrendered even in the fire. You stayed, you prayed, you endured, and now you will receive. Heaven is still talking about you because your faith moves things. Your faith shifts atmospheres. Your faith changes generations. The deposit is yours. The time is now. You have nothing to prove and everything to claim. This is your portion. This is your promise. This is your answered prayer, delivered with power, wrapped in grace, sealed with the hand of God. You may not see the full picture yet, but in the spirit realm, there is no debate. The whole bank is still talking about you because your name is tied to a transaction that carries divine authority, not just earthly value. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is a spiritual reality now pressing against the walls of the natural, ready to break through with a force that will change everything around you. Comment 1212. If you feel the shift happening around you even now, you are in a season that requires full attention and full surrender. This is not a casual word to comfort you temporarily. This is a clear call to prepare your spirit for an outpouring that has no limits. The reason the warfare has been so intense, the pressure so heavy, and the silence so deafening at times is because the enemy knew what was coming. He saw the angelic movement. He heard the confirmation. He caught wind of your release and tried everything he could to make you give up before it arrived. But you didn't fold. You didn't bow to fear. You didn't walk away from the promise. And because of that, what was delayed is now being expedited. What was withheld is now being transferred. There is a supernatural acceleration taking place. What should have taken years is going to happen in months. What seemed impossible is now going to appear without effort. This is not a time to overthink. This is a time to walk in boldness. God has gone before you. He has made the crooked paths straight. He has leveled the mountains that once blocked your vision. You are stepping into cleared territory where favor flows without resistance, and your steps are guided by wisdom that only comes from above. Do not be surprised when the phone rings, when the email arrives, when the unexpected opportunity shows up at your door. Do not be shocked when people you never met feel drawn to support you, bless you, honor what you carry. This is not random. This is God. He is putting your name on the hearts of those who have access to the resources you need. He is stirring their spirits to respond to your assignment. The deposit is not just for your survival. It is the key to unlock the next season of your influence, your impact, your calling. You have prayed prayers that shook the heavens. You have cried tears that watered the seeds of destiny. You have stood in faith when the ground beneath you felt like it was falling apart. And now the answer is arriving. It may not look like what you expected, but it will be exactly what you need. God never sends leftovers. He sends overflow. He never sends something just to comfort you. He sends something to build through you. This is the kind of blessing that will pour into your children, into your household, into every person connected to your obedience. Say 777 in the comments if you believe the blessing is generational. The reason this word matters so deeply is because the deposit in your name is not just about you. It is a fulfillment of promises made long ago, some to your ancestors who never saw the harvest, some to you in dreams you buried, some to others who interceded for you without you even knowing. This moment is a divine convergence. Heaven and earth are aligning to complete what God has already begun. Philippians 1-6 reminds us that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. That completion is underway. You must let go of fear now. Fear has no place in the fulfillment season. Fear questions what God already answered. Fear holds back hands that should be open. Fear silences mouths that should be praising. You cannot let fear choke out what faith has cultivated. The bank of heaven does not respond to fear. It moves when faith takes the lead. Even if your faith is small, if it's real, it is powerful. Faith is the currency of this transaction. Faith is the signature that confirms the withdrawal. You have waited and you have wondered, but now God says it's time to walk. Walk in joy, walk in readiness, walk in peace, walk like someone who knows they are covered. You are not chasing this blessing, you are receiving it. You are not begging, you are positioned. You are not hoping for scraps, you are aligned with the abundance of the King. You are not disqualified. You are chosen. The enemy will try to make you question your worth. He will remind you of your mistakes. But God already settled that. Your name is still on the deposit, not because you were flawless, but because God is faithful. This is the season where you must release all small thinking. You cannot carry a big blessing in a small mindset. God is stretching you to handle more. He is increasing your capacity to believe for the impossible. He is widening your vision so you can see beyond survival into legacy. Do not limit him. Do not filter his promises through your past pain. He is doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" The new thing is not future tense. It is present. It is happening. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. You are not behind. You are right on time. Every delay, every detour, every difficult season shaped something in you that was necessary. God is not a God of waste. He uses everything. He has used every moment of silence to strengthen your discernment. He has used every closed door to protect you. He has used every season of lack to anchor your gratitude. And now, with a full heart and an awakened spirit, you are ready to carry what is being released. What's coming is not fragile. It's not a temporary fix. It is stable, weighty, and built on the foundation of God's faithfulness. It will not crumble. It will not fade. It will not fall apart under pressure. God does not give gifts that destroy. He gives blessings that build. He is giving you the kind of financial breakthrough that allows you to bless others without fear, to build without debt, to serve without stress. He is giving you the kind of spiritual authority that allows you to speak with boldness, pray with fire, and walk with peace in the middle of chaos. This is the kind of season that leaves you speechless. This is the kind of blessing that reminds you who your Father is. You will look around and know, without doubt, that it had to be God. No one else could have orchestrated this. No one else could have made it happen. And you will not keep it to yourself. You will testify. You will pour into others. You will speak life into those who are where you once were. You will give because you remember what it was like to have nothing but faith. God's hand has been covering what is yours, guarding it until the moment you would be prepared to walk in it without fear. That moment has come. The urgency is still pressing because the fullness of what is being released is closer now than it has ever been. Delay is not an option. You are standing at the edge of something irreversible, and heaven is still watching for your response. Comment 999 if your spirit says yes to receiving what is being sent with your name on it. The whole bank is still talking about you because there is something extraordinary about this release. It is not just wealth. It is not simply breakthrough. This deposit is layered. It carries divine purpose, legacy, answers to prayers, generational healing, and chains that will break not just in your life, but in your family line. This blessing is not isolated. It is inherited. And while you may be the first to walk in it, you are not the first it was promised to. God has chosen this time, this moment, and this season to fulfill what has been waiting for generations to be delivered. There is no more room for hesitation. There is no time to shrink back into fear or doubt. The window has opened, and heaven is pouring into your life in ways that cannot be explained by logic or measured by natural means. This is supernatural alignment. You may still feel unqualified, but God qualifies those He calls. You may still feel unsure, but God is steady. You may still feel like there's more to fix in you, but the truth is, God doesn't need your perfection. He needs your yes. Your yes is powerful. Your yes tells heaven you're ready. It tells the angels to keep moving. It tells the enemy that your faith is louder than your fear. Every time you agree with what God has spoken over you, something breaks in the unseen. Every time you declare what He says instead of what your circumstances scream, the grip of delay weakens. Every time you choose to believe, even when it hurts, you position yourself closer to the promise. God has not missed one detail. Nothing about your life has caught Him off guard. Every mistake, every detour, every disappointment, He has factored it all into His plan to bless you. He did not remove the blessing when you fell. He did not erase your name when you doubted. He did not cancel the deposit because of your weariness. He preserved it, He kept it, and now He is unlocking it. Say 1010 in the comments if you are stepping into your preserved promise. You are stepping into days where you will wake up and realize the weight you carried is gone. The pressure to make it happen is being lifted, because God never asked you to make it happen. He asked you to believe. He asked you to trust. He asked you to obey, and you have. Even with tears, even through the silence, even while trembling, you have stood when it was hard. You have spoken life when your heart felt empty. That is faith. And faith moves mountains. Faith opens doors. Faith calls down rain in the dry season. This deposit is heaven's response to your faith. It is not charity. It is fulfillment. It is not pity. It is promise. God does not pity His children. He empowers them. And He is empowering you now with provision, with strength, with vision, and with divine connections. that will carry you into the next dimension of your calling. You are not going backward. You are not starting over. You are being launched. You are being sent. The people around you may not understand this shift, and that's okay. This is between you and God. You don't need to explain the favor on your life. You don't need to justify the blessing that's about to pour in. The fruit will speak. The healing will show. The restoration will testify. God is preparing a table for you, and some of those watching were never meant to understand the oil that's been poured over your life. They saw the struggle but didn't see the surrender. They heard the silence but didn't hear the prayers. But God saw, and God is the one rewarding you openly for what was endured quietly. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. The season of scraping by, the years of wondering if it will ever be your turn, those are over. The door is not just open, it's wide. The heavens are not just listening, they're responding. The blessing is not just promised, it's here, and you must walk like you know that. You must pray like you believe that. You must speak like you've received that. Do not entertain the lies of lack. Do not rehearse the language of doubt. Speak the language of heaven. Say what God says. Think how God thinks. Expect what God expects. You are moving into rooms where you don't have to beg to be seen. You are being invited to tables where your presence carries honor. You are stepping into territory where your footsteps are anointed. The earth will respond to what heaven has released over you. People will see it. Situations will shift. Things that were once locked will suddenly open. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was preparation for the elevation that could not be handled with an untested heart. And now your heart has been tested. Your faith has been refined. Your identity has been rooted in who God says you are, not in what people did or failed to do. This is why you're ready. This is why the deposit is being released. Not because you finally figured everything out, but because you've surrendered enough to carry it without being crushed by it. You've let go of the need to control it. You've let God be God. And now He will show you what He does best. He will make a way where there seemed to be none. He will provide in ways that make no sense. He will cover you in peace so thick that fear cannot breathe. He will give you wisdom so sharp that no enemy trap will catch you. He will surround you with people who love you with purity and serve with humility. You will not carry this alone. God is raising up others to walk with you, to lift you, to pour into you as you pour out. There is joy coming back to you. Not the fleeting kind, but joy that anchors you, that restores what sorrow stole. There is clarity coming where confusion tried to live. There is favor resting on your name that goes before you, even when you're not in the room. You are being covered by a God who sees all, knows all, and still chooses to bless you beyond anything you can imagine. The whole bank is still talking about you because the transaction in your name has not only been confirmed, it is now being dispatched. There is a divine urgency that continues to ring because the release is time-sensitive. What is appointed for you cannot sit idle forever. If left unclaimed, it will be rerouted, not because God is unfaithful, but because divine movements do not wait on hesitation. Comment 1515 if you feel that your spirit is responding to this now moment. Every moment of struggle, every heavy day, every silent night has led to this season of release. And this is not an emotional high. This is not false hope. This is a holy invitation into alignment. God has not changed His mind. He has not overlooked you. He has been waiting for your readiness to catch up with the magnitude of what He has in store. Now that your hands have let go of what you were never meant to carry, Now that your spirit is no longer entangled in what was draining your strength, now that your ears have begun to hear His voice with clarity again, the heavens are ready to pour. The deposit is weighty. It is not ordinary, and that is why the warfare around you intensified. When you carry something significant, resistance becomes normal. But resistance does not mean defeat. It means you are close. The enemy only fights what threatens his agenda. Your life is a threat. Your calling is a threat. Your obedience is a weapon. Your surrender is a key. And now the vaults of heaven are swinging wide open, and what belongs to you is finally being placed in your hands. God is not only releasing provision, but instructions. He is sending blueprints for what you are meant to build. This is not the time to shrink or downplay your purpose. This is the time to act. This is the hour to move boldly, knowing that the one who called you is the same one who equips, provides, and finishes every good work. He will not leave you stranded in the middle. He did not bring you this far to abandon the process. What He has begun, He is determined to finish. Say 1717 in the comments if you are ready to walk in the fullness of this word. There is supernatural favor surrounding you like a shield. It is not loud or flashy. It is subtle but powerful. It is opening unseen doors, softening hearts on your behalf, and placing your name into conversations that will lead to divine appointments. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to chase what is already yours. What God has written cannot be undone. It cannot be cancelled. It cannot be transferred to another unless you abandon your post. You must stay in position. You must stay rooted in His presence. Do not get distracted by what hasn't happened yet. Do not fall into the trap of comparison. Your story is not late. Your timeline is not broken. God is perfect in all His ways, and what He is doing in your life is tailored for you. You will see why the waiting was necessary. You will understand why the silence had purpose. God was not being distant. He was drawing you deeper, preparing your heart to carry something holy. This deposit is not just about money. It is about mission. It is not just about increase. It is about impact. What is being released into your life will stretch beyond your own needs. It will pour into your community, your family, your purpose, and even strangers who will encounter the overflow. God never blesses in isolation. He blesses so that others can eat from the fruit of your faith. You are not being filled just to feel full. You are being filled to pour. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. There is healing flowing even now. Healing in places you didn't know were still bleeding. Healing for the memories that carried silent pain. Healing for disappointments you buried and never spoke of again. God is not just delivering what's next, He's also restoring what was lost. He's bringing beauty from ashes, clarity from confusion, peace from chaos. He's reminding you that no moment of your life was wasted. He was working when you thought He was absent. He was arranging divine connections when you thought you were forgotten. And now the connections are about to appear. People will show up in your life who carry keys to doors you didn't know how to open. There will be conversations that lead to unexpected answers. There will be places you walk into where you feel the atmosphere shift, not because of you alone, but because of what you carry. You are not empty. You are not weak. You are not barely making it. You are filled with power. You are covered in favor. You are marked by heaven's hand. This is not a season to doubt. This is a season to declare. Speak life over what looks impossible. Prophesy over what appears stagnant. Do not be silent. Do not withhold your faith. The heavens are listening, and your voice carries weight. Speak the word of God over your finances, your family, your health, your future. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and now is the time to use your voice as a weapon of truth. You are being called into deeper trust. Not because God wants to make things harder, but because what's coming next requires a new level of surrender. You cannot carry old fear into a new season. You cannot cling to familiar pain when God is calling you into fresh joy. You must release what no longer serves you. You must make room for what is already on its way. The deposit is for more than you expected. It is richer than you dreamed, stronger than you imagined, and filled with things you didn't even know to pray for. That's how God works. He answers prayers you never spoke aloud. He fills voids you didn't know you had. He brings solutions before you even identify the problem, and when He blesses, He does so without sorrow. His gifts come wrapped in peace, marked by purpose, and sealed in love. Even now things are shifting. Even now angels are moving. Even now the wind of God is blowing fresh strength into your weary places. You will rise, you will walk in power, you will see the hand of God move like never before, and it will be undeniable. Not just to you, but to everyone who watched your journey. They will know this was God. They will see that the favor over your life was not luck, not chance, not coincidence. It was covenant. You have entered into a covenant moment. The kind of moment where God does exactly what He promised, exactly when you needed it most. Stand still, yet stay ready. Rest in Him, yet move when He speaks. Be still and know, but also walk in what He has declared. The vaults of heaven remain open. The deposit still carries your name. The time is still now. This will be the hand of God doing what only He can do. The heavenly bank is not just whispering about you anymore. It is shouting your name across the heavens. What God has set in motion has already begun to break through layers of delay, resistance, and spiritual interference. The weight of your inheritance is descending, and there's no human who can stop it. Comment Amen if you feel this word anchoring in your heart right now. This is more than just a financial blessing. This is a divine reordering of everything the enemy tried to disrupt in your life. What was stolen is being returned. What was lost is being recovered. What was broken is being restored. And what was held back is now being handed over. God is saying that the fullness of your portion is overdue, and He is releasing it with speed, but it must be received in faith, not in fear. You must walk forward now, not cautiously, but confidently, knowing that you are not stepping into uncertainty, you are stepping into fulfillment. When you move with God, even in silence, even without applause, you are making waves in the Spirit. Some of the most powerful moments of transformation happen in private, when no one sees the breakthrough inside of you, when the shift begins in your heart, and peace replaces panic. That is what's happening now. God is building you on the inside to match the blessing coming from the outside. If the breakthrough arrived before you were rooted, it would overwhelm you. But now you are ready. Now you can stand in it without being shaken by the weight. The spiritual vault is not filled with vague blessings. It contains specific answers with your name etched into them. Some of the things you forgot you prayed for are now being delivered. Words you spoke in your weakness have been held in God's remembrance. Promises you clung to in the dark are now sprouting in the light. This is the season of full circle moments, where what didn't make sense back then will suddenly unfold with divine clarity. The waiting was never empty. It was filled with preparation, and now it's filled with release. This is why you must stay aligned. You must keep your heart steady and your eyes on Him. Do not be distracted by what others are receiving. Your portion cannot be compared. The bank of heaven has individualized blessings crafted for your story, your family, your calling. And when it comes, it will fit so perfectly into your life that you will be undone with gratitude. You won't be able to explain it without pointing to God. You will not take credit. You will bow in awe. Say 222 in the comments if you trust God is about to surprise you with what you thought was delayed. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. God is not releasing this just to change your circumstances. He is doing this to change your legacy. This is about your children, your children's children, and the story that will be told about how you trusted God when nothing made sense. It's about those watching you, those who heard your pain but never saw you give up. You are becoming living proof that God honors those who wait, those who worship, those who keep walking even when their legs shake. This blessing is not just an answer, it's a witness. Your obedience has power. Even the smallest steps of faith you took are echoing in the halls of heaven. God saw the nights you cried and still lifted your hands in worship. He heard the prayers you whispered while wiping tears from your face. Those moments mattered. They were counted. And now they are bearing fruit. This is not the beginning of something new. This is the continuation of everything God has always planned for you. It is written, it is sealed, and it is yours. There are people watching who thought they knew your limits. They thought your best days were behind you. But God is about to show them what favor looks like. Not for revenge, not to prove a point, but so His glory shines through you. He is about to make a public display of private faithfulness. The same God who saw you in the wilderness is now preparing a banquet for you in plain sight. You will not have to strive for it. You will only have to show up with open hands and a surrendered heart. There is no shortage in the kingdom. There is no fear in heaven. God is not worried about how He'll do it. He already has. You are not praying for what needs to be made, you are praying for what is already finished. It's on its way. It's crossing over from the invisible to the visible. And when it arrives, you will not be overwhelmed, you will be ready. Because you've been shaped by the waiting, sharpened by the battle, and anchored by His presence. Let peace take over you right now. Let rest replace panic. Let assurance silence the noise of fear. The Spirit of God is closer than your breath. He is in the room with you. He is surrounding you like a shield. He is going before you and clearing every obstacle. The road ahead will not be hard. The path is being made straight. God is not asking you to figure everything out. He is asking you to walk with Him, step by step, word by word, moment by moment. You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to chase. You only have something to receive. And receiving requires rest, not striving. Let this be the moment you release the weight of control and lift your hands in full surrender. Heaven's gates are still open. The sound of your name is still ringing in glory. And God is still saying, this is yours if you do not delay. This word is still alive. The bank is still talking. The vault is still open. The miracle is still moving. Stay near. Stay ready. Stay surrendered. You are walking straight into what was always meant for you. And it will not be small. It will not be temporary. It will not be common. The deposit has not been lost. It has not been reassigned. It has not vanished because of time or delay. It is hovering, waiting to land. The only thing that can activate its release is your faith, stepping into alignment, fully and completely, without turning back to fear or doubt. Comment 1111 if you believe the release is already being confirmed in your name. There are seasons where God whispers, but this is not one of them. He is speaking loudly now. He is shaking your atmosphere, not to scare you, but to prepare you. The shaking is the clearing, the movement is the making. He is clearing the spiritual runway so that nothing blocks what is being delivered to your life. The bank of heaven has already authorized what belongs to you. The only thing heaven is waiting on is your response, your yes, your surrender, your boldness to move as if it's already done. This is a supernatural transfer, and it is not measured in earthly systems. When God says a massive amount has been deposited, He is not just talking about finance. This is about spiritual resources that come with authority, peace, answers, opportunities, divine timing, and provision you didn't work for but were born into. This is about what grace has already paid for. It is your inheritance, not your reward. You didn't earn it, you inherited it because you are His, and as His, you don't beg for what has your name on it. You believe, you receive, and you walk in it. Many of you have felt a heavy resistance recently. You've been under pressure. The weight of unanswered prayers, the tension of unchanging situations, the voice of the enemy trying to convince you that nothing is coming. But that was never the truth. That pressure was the final push before delivery. What the enemy framed as warfare was really birth pains. The kingdom is birthing something through you. The resistance didn't come to stop you. It came to announce that the promise is near. And now the urgency in your spirit is not fear, it's confirmation. That tightness in your chest, that stirring in your soul, that sense that something is happening even though you can't explain it, these are signs. You are standing at the threshold of something sacred. You are closer than you think. The enemy can't steal it, the world can't touch it, but you must not delay. You must claim it in the spirit now. The longer you wait, the more room you give the enemy to bring confusion. But when you stand firm and claim what is yours, all of heaven moves on your behalf. Say 333 in the comments if you are standing boldly in faith and not turning back. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. You are about to see things shift that haven't moved in years. You are about to receive clarity where there was only chaos. You are about to see how every closed door was a form of protection. You are about to walk into rooms you never even knew existed because God has prepared them just for you. What's coming is not a coincidence, it's a fulfillment. You may not have the full picture, but you don't need it. All you need is the faith to step forward, one moment at a time. Do not underestimate the power of this moment. You are not being hyped, you are being called. God is drawing you into something that will change everything. This isn't about chasing success. It's about receiving what has been waiting for you to align. You've tried in your strength, but now God says rest in His. He is not asking for perfection, He is asking for permission. Will you let Him pour it out? Will you let Him do it His way? Will you stop trying to manage the outcome and just trust Him completely? This is your invitation into overflow, into divine abundance that does not come with sorrow, it does not come with shame. It does not come with stress. It comes with grace. It comes with peace. It comes with favor that follows you and doesn't fade. the kind of favor that introduces you before you speak, the kind of provision that finds you in unexpected places, the kind of restoration that heals more than you even knew was broken. God is going before you now. He is handling the parts of your journey that have worn you down. He is lifting the weight from your shoulders and placing blessings into your hands. What was once hard will now become holy. What once caused tears will now bring testimony. You will speak of this season not with pain, but with praise. Let your posture shift. Let your prayers rise with confidence. Stop praying like someone hoping to be heard. Pray like someone who already knows their Father is moving. Speak like someone who carries authority. Walk like someone who is expecting the door to open, because heaven already turned the key. This is not the time to be timid. This is the time to move in bold faith, knowing that all of heaven is backing your steps. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and the alignment you've been waiting for is happening right now. Every delay, every closed door, every tear-filled night was leading here. The shift has begun. The release has started. And the glory of God is going to cover you in a way that leaves no doubt it was Him. This is not about feeling worthy. It's about knowing you're chosen. God already knew every flaw, every failure, every fear, and He still picked you. He still deposited this blessing in your name. That means no mistake disqualifies you. No setback removes your name from the promise. You are still the one. You are still favored. You are still covered. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep showing up in prayer. Heaven is responding. The vault is still open. The release is still active. And the next move is yours. Will you trust Him? Will you claim it? Will you step out like it's already done? Because in God's eyes, it already is. Comment Amen to affirm that you are receiving this word in full faith right now. This is a now moment. You don't need to see it to believe it. You need to move like it's already yours. This is not about performing, striving, or convincing God to be good. He already is good. He's already made up His mind about you. He's already spoken blessing over your life. What He is waiting for is your full agreement, your decision to live as if what He promised is already unfolding. That decision activates the supernatural. You have been trained by the Spirit to recognize these moments. Deep in your heart, you can feel the difference between an ordinary word and a divine appointment. This is not just encouragement. This is a confirmation. God is confirming that the prayers you cried behind closed doors did not vanish into silence. They were captured, sealed, and delivered to the throne. And now, what was heard in heaven is being manifested on earth. The heavens are leaning toward you, the way is being cleared, and all that's left is your response. This is not about whether you are worthy. It is about whether you are willing to step out of the old identity that kept you small, willing to stop rehearsing the narrative of lack and delay, willing to stop apologizing for being chosen, willing to stop explaining your obedience to people who were never meant to understand your calling. God does not call you based on your perfection. He calls you based on His purpose. And His purpose is alive and moving now. Say 555 in the comments if you believe this season is breaking every old limitation. This blessing carries authority. It is wrapped in divine timing. It is surrounded by angelic protection. What God has deposited is not just financial provision, it's strategy, discernment, wisdom, access, favor, clarity, alignment, and the breaking of old cycles. This is a full package release. It is designed not just to change your situation, but to shift your entire life. The weight of this moment is sacred, and the instruction is simple: do not delay.